Thokozani, sanibonani, dumelang le kae. This is Gogo Manzini. I'm coming to you from Johannesburg, which is South Africa in Sandton. I welcome you to the channel, and if you're new to the channel, please don't forget to click on the subscribe button and don't forget to hit the bell so that you get notifications on every videos that we do. Now, this is what I call one of the most important videos that each and every one of you that is listening to the videos of this channel all the time should listen to. It's one of the best. It's one of the most important videos that I think Sonkela we need to listen to, because I like to believe that everyone that is in this channel is using herbs. Not unless you're here for your own nonsense. But I talk to people that uses herbs. I talk to people that are not going to tomorrow say, hey, Jesus is life. We know, we don't care. There are people like, say in the spiritual world, same as not in the spiritual world. There's people who say, I'm a blood O type, or I'm a blood what type. I don't get this, I don't get that. This doesn't happen to me, or this doesn't happen to me. Same with spirituality, or in the spiritual world. We have people that says, Gogo mina umuthi does not work for me. Whether I try how, or whether I pasha, whether I do this, whether I do that, whatever I do, especially if it involves umuthi, it does not work for me. But Gogo, the sad part is that when someone uses umuthi on me, it works. But when I do it for myself, it doesn't work. Whether it be me protecting myself, or me trying to revenge, or me trying to send back whatever was done to me, or me trying to make a living for myself using herbs or using umuthi, it just doesn't work. What is the matter? One, you have to make sure that your ancestors are well with you. Like this. There's no dirtiness. There's no destruction, or there's nothing. Because remember, ancestors are spirits. Ancestors are the gods. Ancestors are the people that you need to communicate with in order for you to make those herbs work. Make sure, forcefully so, that they work, because the ancestors need to be here. Hence, when they give you herbs, we say you need to talk to the herbs. You need to talk. When you steam, talk. When you do this ritual, talk. Who are you talking to? You're talking to the spirits. I don't know how other traditional healers work, but with my herbs, or with our herbs, the spirit is involved in everything, because when we have orders or we have a product, the spirit is invited to those herbs so that they can go and work. But when now they find, when they reach to you, let's say you bought something you didn't consult. Now when they get to you, they find that maybe there are some problems that are there, and then the ancestors have moved or have shifted, they're not there. And then it's difficult for the ancestors, for the herbs to work, because who is going to bless them apart from us? Your ancestors. They are needed there. Amashlos. That is why we're wearing this. That is why we're sitting in houses with these clothes. You understand what I'm saying? So those are things that we first need to align and sort out, and understand that as a person that now steps in or taps in to the spiritual world, these are things that I need to reflect back and sort out. Then I can jump into using herbs. Because you find someone saying, herbs are doing wonders for me. Like, herbs are doing wonders for me as Gogo Manzini. And then you get a couple, or let's say a couple or two people that are very close to each other. One is using the very same herb and the one is using the very same herb. But when they speak, this one, things are happening, and this one, things are not happening. That is when you need to go back to the consultation room or finding a way of making sure that these herbs, they work, because herbs work. You can listen to anyone in the social media to say, these things don't work, the herbs don't work, these things, what. They don't work way. They are there for a reason. So the fact that the herbs are there, it means that they work. But the only time they don't work is when the master who did them does not know how to master them. Herbs need education. Herbs sometimes are something that are there in your house you cook with, but you don't know how to use them as herbs so that they can give you what you have to give them. They have to give you, but you only see it as a spice. But sometimes it's not just a spice. You understand? So, as I always say, education is very important. Even within the traditional healers, you need to know your stuff. So, well corrected, well done, well structured, but it gets to you and it doesn't work. What do you do? I've spoken about this before. I think I was in Secunda, staying in Secunda back, but I want to speak about it now. There are herbs called vula indlela. Ibavu. Ibavu means you bath with them. You bath only once. It's called vulindlela, open the way. Vulindlela herbs. Those herbs, you bath with them only once. They open your chakras or your system or your whatever for herbs to be able to work. Dark or blue. Use them only once. Once. Even when you get them, they are as little as this. It's only once used. You use them, you bath. You say that everything that is herbs or rituals or anything that I use must work. Everything that I touch. So that is like a foundation of herbs. So when you use those herbs, that is now when you bring back the ancestors. You make sure that the ancestors are well seated in you. They've got a place somewhere in you where they're sitting and waiting for whenever you use herbs, that they get happy, they jump and they assist. When your ancestors have or have left you, the minute you use those herbs, vulindlela herbs, they come back. Then you know that whatever issues or stories you had with your ancestors are now sorted, because you use vulindlela. It's used only once. So you've been using iskafula, you've been using isibambelelo, you've been using oils, you've been using whatever they say, you've been using herbs from anybody. But you just know that even before I met Gogo Manzini, man, these things were not working for me. Get vulindlela herbs. That one. Once bath. Then everything is open. Then you can jump into using umuthi. And make sure if it's not going to work. I tell you, it is going to work. It will definitely work. Vulindlela is a mixture of 16 herbs. 16 different kinds of herbs that were done and mixed and put in one place. They work. So don't give up and just say, my herbs are not working for me. If you didn't try vulindlela. You use it only once in your life. Once. The content you receive when you order, all of it as it is, you put it in your bath. And then you add a teaspoon of cinnamon. Now cinnamon is what you used to cook with. You add a teaspoon of cinnamon, and then you add the herbs that we give you, and then you bath with them once. and then you are done. We only do this bathing at night or in the morning, not during the day. First thing in the morning or last thing at night, then you jump to bed. Vulindlela herbs are available from Gogo Manzini for Gogo Manzini's people. If you want to place your order of Vulindlela herbs, you can send me a WhatsApp on 072 That is 072 We do have plenty of it. So it's available. It's very affordable. You can get yourself one. It's 500 Rand. And then Sivule Indlela. We pave the way for everything that we're going to use to make sure that it works. Whether you're using oils, you're using what. Sometimes it might not work because herbs are not working for you, or because there's a problem with the ancestors. It's only 500 Rand. Then you get it, and then you bath once, and then we see what happens after that. I am Gogo Manzini, and I am out of here. Vulindlela herbs, 072 448 1474. Thokozani.